Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Akashic Rose with Sabrina Dawn. So I hope you're all doing very well and had a peaceful Memorial Day, a peaceful long weekend in general. So we're working with the Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine. Two cards just came flying out. Let's see what they are. Oh, itchy nose. The Chariot, Archangel Metatron. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. I often, sometimes when I see Archangel Metatron, I'll see him depicted with the Chariot because of this card. Oh, we've got two major arcana, guys. We've got, the 7, the Chariot, and this is a wonderful major arcana to get. The Sun, Archangel Uriel, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. That goes right into the theme, okay, that we've been having. So moving forward, okay, that important achievement, like that willpower, self-discipline, and then that leads you to a happy outcome. So the new ideas that you're having will lead you to success. So have confidence in yourself. This is the Whispers of Love deck by Angela Hartfield. So when I pick the cards, I pick with, I intuitively put out certain cards, and then I use the pendulum to pick which ones to choose from. And the Whispers of Love wanted to be out today. So we'll see. Just ask the archangels to help us pick one of these. So the tarot cards came flying out, but the Whispers of Love is being a little bit more stubborn. I can feel the energy starting. This deck hasn't been used in a while. Take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. And one of my favorite artists is Josephine Wall, and this is her work, and it was just 222 on the screen. Okay, now we're going to work with the Crystal Angels by Doreen Virtue. Which is kind of funny because that they picked Angela Hartfield and the Doreen Virtue, because when I trained with Doreen Virtue in 2007 out in Laguna Beach, Angela Hartfield was there, and she was part of the collective that were holding space energetically for Doreen. So I got to meet with her and work with her a little. And I love her decks. Okay. Malachite, prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. Oh, I didn't show it to you guys. I'm sorry. And it was 322. Malachite is a beautiful heart chakra as well, crystal. Now I'm working with the Divine Feather Messenger deck by Allison D. Nicola. I'm hearing this. Yep, there we go. One of these. Okay. Oh, the pelican. I think the pelican was in something recently. It might have been the angel meditation. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. So I don't know if the pelican was in one of these or if it was in the angel meditation I hold weekly. The pelican has come up recently. Okay, so let me just take a look at these cards and see the message. So actually, there's just one thing that they remind me of, 422 on the screen. So one of the things that they just were reminding me of is that I was sitting down and I was meditating, and I was opening up, putting in my grounding cord and just opening up, calling in the angels, setting up the space energetically. And I heard clearly. And then I wondered if I was meant to share it on the video today, and I'm hearing to do that. So when you've been working with the angels and you are feeling them and you're working with them, you're perceiving them in a certain way, and you find that it shifted and it moved things in your life, If you find that you're at a plateau with a specific angel or guide or any being, you can ask that your perception of them be shifted to a higher vibration. So they're coming in a certain way, and we're used to working with them at a certain level. And we get very comfortable in that. It shifts us, it moves us. But then sometimes we plateau with them, right? Like, or we feel the shift, or it's very slight. If it feels like it's getting stale, so to speak, then you can ask to perceive them in a different energy. So they're not going to come differently. They're coming in the same way, but our perception of them can be upgraded. Okay, it can be changed and shifted and upgraded. And while I was doing that, I was just sitting there, and then I was like, oh, okay. So I did that, and then all of a sudden the energy in the whole room shifted. So sometimes it's our perception that needs to just have a little bit of a shift. And so that leads us into, this perception, into perception. And so, we've talked a lot about how the Eight of Swords energy was about, the perception of being imprisoned, right? Well, you've moved through that energy now. And now, it's about just moving forward to your happy new beginning. Look at the sunflowers. So what I'm hearing too is that, moving forward, you will see, deeper love and prosperity in the fall. That's what I'm hearing. So laying the groundwork now in the spring, the new beginnings, the new birth. I know Pelican is saying something different, but Pelican, right? Bringing in new birth. So laying down that groundwork now by moving ahead, moving forward, making strong foundation choices. Okay, 2020, I was told that in the channeling, that 2020 is about putting in that strong foundation. Okay, it's about foundations, and it's kind of funny how we all kind of got, grounded into our home, so, like we're to work on our foundations, the foundation of who we are, the foundation of our own safety, our own material, and we were in our house, our foundation, right? We have a foundation underneath wherever we live. So, working on that foundation within ourselves, but in our outside world, and any project that we do, any relationship that we do, putting down those strong roots and making sure that the beginning has a built-in strong foundation for there to be success. And 19 is a 20. I mean, sorry, 1 and 9 is a 10. So that's like the end of that cycle, right? You are wrapping up some of that, and now it's time to burst forward so that you can, come out over the other end fully and land in your sun energy, in your happy success. And then, but when you take a chance, you open your heart and you have love, you take a chance, you move forward. Your life can be changed. It will be altered in a way that you'll never forget, and in a really beautiful way too. So for some, this could be a love relationship, okay? But for some that are thinking of a new endeavor, not love, this could be just opening your heart to love and recognizing that everything you do, so the work that you do, whether that's, working in the corporate world, whether you're doing spiritual work, whether you're being creative at home, okay? Opening your heart first, opening to love, allowing your spirit to flow through you can help bring in prosperity. Okay? And this is also, malachite's also a heart chakra crystal as well. So opening your heart will lead to prosperity. And forgiveness. So this is choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. So when we hold into bitterness about our situations, about our relationships, with our parents, when we don't forgive our parents, when we hold them in this place of, like when we go back to who they were when we grew up over and over again and have negative thoughts and feelings, we are holding that energy around in our field. We are holding it and creating it. So when they say forgiveness, what I'm hearing about forgiveness is that it's not about saying, oh, well, that's over with. They didn't raise me in a way that was very, whatever your personal situation is, and then just being like, okay, well, I forgive them. That's not it. It's going in and working with your responsibility in it. So you're not, completely disregarding what happened. Okay, there's a reason for all of that. It's helped build who you are now, the good parts as well. Because without those lessons, you wouldn't be who you are now. The good parts of you, the part of you that knows how to love at a deeper level, the part of you that knows how to work in tricky situations, all of that is because of the way that you were brought up. So when you start focusing all of that and letting go of the bitterness or the judgmental thoughts, that's what I'm hearing. That's what following the path of forgiveness is, so that you can raise your vibration, so that you can start to focus on what your upbringing brought to your life that was more positive. And you can work with malachite to help you through that. This is a beautiful azurite with malachite. So the green is the malachite, and this is azurite. Like, I wish you guys could see it in person. Some of you have if you come to my meditation group that I typically lead in person. So it just sparkles, and I don't know what the golden mineral is, but this is like one of my favorite crystals. But just working with a piece of malachite on its own in your hand or in your heart. But malachite, I was told a long time ago, can really absorb negative energy. So you want to make sure you're clearing malachite, okay? But this card, it's a 2 and a 3, which is a 5, which is change. Take a chance on love. And your life will be, when we love, our lives are changed forever. So when we really open up our hearts to love another human being, our hearts and our whole being changes. Our soul is moved. And 1155 was there. So 11 to 1 and 1, two people coming together, and 55. Okay, so there's 2 messages here. There's for some, or maybe it's both messages for one person too. So taking a chance on love will help you, move into your prosperity, because, you're opening up your heart, you're feeling abundant, you're allowing yourself to receive the good and the kindness of the world. But either way, it's time to move forward. And the way to continue to move forward to get your success is to follow the path of forgiveness, to take that chance on love, and your outcome will be prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. Okay? Prosperity is, if you think about it, money is just an energy. It's just a piece of paper, and it's just coins, and it's just an energy. So it's our relationship to the money and to prosperity that can be shifted. What is abundance to you? There's more ways of being abundant. Sometimes when I'm struggling with, paying bills or something like that, I start to look around me and realize just how grateful I really am. I have a roof over my head. I have food. I have, my kids are healthy. There's things that I just keep piling up. I have my 2 feet, I'm breathing in, after a stroke. I sometimes get down about some of the side effects that I still have, and that will possibly never go away. And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm alive. Number one, I'm walking. I don't have any paralysis. There's things to think about, that just can, in a tough situation, that can bring you forward. And that's really looking at, the path of forgiveness is, I can be bitter that I had the stroke and everything that came from it. It gave me many years of really toughness in my life. I'm gonna cry. But the way that I'm doing my best to move forward and have been doing is being grateful that I didn't die. Like everything I just said, I'm just so grateful for those things. And that is helping me move through the energy of any bitterness and any unforgiveness that I have left over from that. Okay, because now that my life is in a more peaceful state, I have to let go of a lot of what I wasn't fully to work through during those years afterwards. I think it was about 5 years, 5.5 years. So, I can hold on to that bitterness and then be held in that place. I don't want to be held in that place. That was a tough place, right? I want to move through it. I want to gain the wisdom of everything that I went through, so that I can, raise my vibration, and have my happy outcome. I want happy outcomes. It does not mean that my life will be easy 100% from this day forward, but it does mean that I will have some successes. I will move forward. I will raise my vibration to take a chance on love and be prosperous. And I'm hearing in many different areas, being prosperous in many different areas, because normally I think of abundance as many different areas and prosperity as money. But they're saying here that there's a positive shift in your flow of divine support, and it's not just money. Being abundant is having a connection to your team, trusting in your own connection to your divine source. But there's change underfoot, and it's absolutely beautiful. You're at an end, like you are wrapping up the end of a hard cycle, and you're about to move forward, and you are going to have your happy outcome. You're going to have an happy outcome. And the more that you trust that, and the more that you say that, the more that you allow yourself, get into your receptive energy and allow yourself to receive, the more that you will embrace this change with an open heart. But you have to walk the path of forgiveness in order to do it. Raising your vibration. When you find that forgiveness and let go of the bitterness or any mindsets that are holding you in a lack of mentality, that's where your vibration will raise. And you'll be able to have more of that self-discipline and willpower for your important achievement. And for some, it may even be public recognition of the achievement that you're getting. But you can see it's a 10, right? And look at all of the butterflies all over here for transformation. And the sunflower always leans to the light, right? It always goes towards the sun. It wants to face the sun. It wants to be happy. It wants to be embraced by the light, by recognizing that it is one with the light. Okay, the sunflower is a very positive, very beautiful symbol. It's actually my youngest's favorite flower. Mine is the rose, but hers is the sunflower. So just know that there's a positive shift coming in your life, and it's time to move towards it, just like the sunflower, for you to have your happy outcome. Okay? All right. It was wonderful to connect with you again, and thank you so much for the messages and the likes yesterday. It's so wonderful to hear from you and connect with you, okay? All my love. See you tomorrow.